welcome back to Insight. I'm here with Andrew. We're at Indiana Physical Therapy. Let's talk about the vestibular system. What is it?
So the vestibular system's role is to sense acceleration of the head. So we've got one on each side of the inner ear, and typically they're both working the same way. One side senses something and the other side will sense the same thing, and there's no problem. The issue is when something stops working correctly in there, and that's where dizziness or imbalance can occur.
Makes us tip one way or the other.
Yeah, so it can be anywhere from just a little bit of tipping to extreme dizziness. Feels like you're constantly spinning for several days up to that point. So it will sometimes kind of fix itself, but a lot of times people end up with this constant kind of off feeling in their head. They feel dizzy, they feel imbalanced. And a lot of times the doctors say, well, there's nothing you can do about it. We're learning more and more and more that there is a lot more that can be done about it.
You guys do something called vestibular rehabilitation therapy. Tell me about that.
So it's a specialized type of physical therapy in which we work on essentially compensating for any problems that have occurred in the vestibular system. So it's a bunch of repetitive exercises, working on balance, working on kind of showing the brain where the issue is so that it can do the work to try and work around the problem. Not necessarily fix it, but a lot of times get you back to feeling back to normal.
So do I have to be diagnosed with something to come in? Does the doctor have to say, oh, you have vertigo or you have some other dizziness issue?
No, so a lot of times we accept, for most insurances, we accept direct access. So if you feel dizzy, if you've got any of those issues, give us a call and we'll at least do an evaluation and just kind of see if this is an appropriate type of therapy for you. So a lot of people have gone several years or up to 20, 30 years living with this, thinking there's nothing they can do about it. When in reality, it's a very simple type of therapy. It takes time, but it's not too complicated. And the intent is not to make you more dizzy when we go through it. It's to help calm that dizziness down.
It's good news for somebody who thought there was no hope, for sure.
Exactly, yep.
So how extreme does my dizziness or my imbalance have to be before I give you a call?
It could be, like I said, anything really mild, a little bit of imbalance, a little bit of dizziness with quick head movements or things like that. Or it can be severe where you feel like the whole room is spinning, things are moving on you constantly or periodically. It just depends on how much you want to get in for that sort of thing.
And I realize that it's going to be different for everybody, but is there any idea, any thought to how long I'm going to have to come to treatment? I mean, obviously it's not going to be a one-time fix, but are we talking years?
Sometimes there can be a one-time fix. So it can be sometimes a one visit that can do it. It depends on the type of therapy or the type of condition that you're dealing with. But normally if there's some inner ear damage, we're looking at 1 to 2 times a week, somewhere around 6 weeks or so.
So that's not a bad, if somebody's been dealing with this for years and they can get some relief at least in 6 weeks or 8 weeks, that's got to be music to their ears, pun totally intended.
Yep.
So what do they need to do if they're thinking, oh my gosh, this sounds fantastic? Is it as easy as just giving you a call?
Yep, give us a call and we'll kind of filter you to the right clinic and we'll get you working on these exercises.
That's awesome. Great news if you have vestibular issues or if you don't deal with that big word and you just think, I'm a little dizzy, then all you have to do is give Indiana Physical Therapy a call. They do have a central scheduling number, so all you have to do is call that 260-209-2464. You can see all their locations by just going to their website, indianapt.com. They're all over our area. We'll be right back.